Time. Sangeeta Pillai, tell me you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear, Anita.
Oh, wonderful to have you with me. How are you? How's your day been?
My day's been wonderful. All the better for speaking to you.
It's great to have you on Radio 2. Now, tell us all about your podcast and what listeners can expect to hear.
So Masala Podcast is a show about all the things that we don't talk about as South Asian women. So everything from sex, sexuality, periods, menopause, mental health, all the conversations that we should be having are what I do on Masala Podcast. And I'm not a podcaster. I started sort of a year ago. And I used to think white men talking about football, that's what podcasts were about. Until I started Masala Podcast. So it's been quite a journey.
So why did you decide to start it, apart from the fact that you thought it was just white men talking football? And there are some very good football podcasts out there, I'm sure. So why did you decide that you wanted to do a podcast as someone who's never done it before?
So podcasts are the most intimate medium that I know. You're literally in someone's ear, talking to them about really intimate things. And personally, for me as a South Asian woman, it's the sort of cultural shortcut. I can say words that another South Asian person can understand, whether that's samosas or culture or partition. You know, there's a cultural shortcut with podcasts that other mediums don't allow. And I was very keen to use the platform to talk about things that we as South Asians don't talk about enough, particularly South Asian women. So that's why the podcast.
And I mean, I've listened in, Sangeeta, and I think you're doing a brilliant job. And what's interesting for me is, you know, the first couple, certainly you've got a burlesque dancer and you've got a young woman who identifies as queer. But you would never know, when you start listening, you would never know they were South Asian. They're just talking about their experience and it's completely universal. And then they just have this added dimension, don't they, of their culture.
Absolutely. And that's what makes us complicated. That's what makes us British Asian. That's what makes us Indian or Pakistani or Bangladeshi or whatever the cultural heritage that we have. It's layers, right? And that's, I think, what is fascinating. And that kind of added culture is such a part of who we are. And I think that's the beauty of being British Asian today.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. You were born into a very traditional Indian family, weren't you? Tell us about your upbringing, because it's very interesting.
So I was the first girl in my family to ever have a job. I was born in my grandmother's house in a small village in Kerala. And my parents were trying to get me married off when I was about 20. They were telling me kind of how to live my life. And so I basically have fought with my family for most of my life. And some of the things that I talk about in the podcast are things that I could never talk about as a young girl. So whether it was periods or whether it was body or whether it was sex, these are conversations I wasn't allowed to have. And so the podcast for me and all the work that I do with my platform is very, very personal. I would love for other girls, whether that's young girls growing up in India or British Asians, second, third generation in this country, to have the space to feel like it's okay to say these things and ask these questions. That's the whole point of this work.
I think we should have a listen to a clip.
We spoke to another girl and she said that she didn't go to the temple when she was on her period. And I said, you don't go to the temple? I said, you know, when I'm on my period, that's always the time that I need God the most. She said, you mean you speak to God when you're on your period? I said, of course I do. She said, doesn't he get angry with you? I said, get angry with me? I said, he's the one who made me.
That's a really powerful clip. That's Manjeet K. Gill, who's the founder of a period charity called Binti. Just a small insight into something as simple as periods that 50%, I mean, here we are on Radio 2 talking about it, especially as part of me, I have to say, Sangeeta, the Asian part of me is like, I can't believe I'm talking about this. But let's smash those taboos. Two South Asian women on Radio 2 talking periods. Heck yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. We have made it. But, you know, those conversations can't happen, frankly, within families, can they?
No, they can't. And that's, I think, what happens is some of the cultural conditioning that we've got, whether first generation families are brought together, still exist within second, third generation families. And I speak to a lot of women with the work that I do. So some of these ideas and conditioning that we carry on within us. And I think unless we sit up and we challenge them, they will carry on. Like our daughters will still be having these conversations. And that's not okay. And that's why I think we need to do the work we do now.
I have to say, more power to you. Like, little Anita wishes that this had existed when I was, a teenager growing up. It's brilliant that now you can have podcasts that tap into so many different things. And so young Asian women do have a place where they can hear these stories being told. And you love storytelling generally, don't you? You believe in the power of storytelling.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a writer. I've read all my life. Books have made me who I am. I grew up in a slum in Mumbai, and we didn't have kind of a lot, but books were kind of the things that opened up my world, made me believe that I could have a life that was different from the life I was in. So absolutely, the power of storytelling is transformative. And I think we hear other people's stories and we can see what is possible. So yeah, absolutely, 500%.
And that's where Masala Monologues came from. Tell us about that.
So Masala Monologues is a series of workshops where women like you and I and other South Asian women come together. We sit together, we open up to each other and talk about the taboos that we've experienced. And I coach the women to write monologues based on the taboos and their life stories. And I've turned some of the stories into theatre. I've done one show at the Rich Mix. I've done another show at the Design Museum. And I did a whole series at the University of Berkeley in California. So it was really interesting hearing South Asian American stories as well within the same context. So that's Masala Monologues. And the other thing that's happening is season 2 of Masala Podcast launches on the 1st of September. And there's some amazing women. There's a really famous comedian. We've got a South Asian porn star. We've got somebody talking about colorism, as well as kind of more serious issues like HIV or cancer. So there's loads coming up.
So important, so important. You're doing incredible work. One thing maybe people listening will be wondering, you were born in a tiny village in Kerala and then you grew up in a slum in Mumbai. Then what brought you to Britain? How did you, in a small potted history of your life story?
Potted history. I used to read, this will make you laugh, I used to read Jane Austen at home in Mumbai. And I had this idea of a Britain, I think, in my mind that was like this idyllic place. And eventually I moved here. I married somebody. It's always a man that we hold responsible for what we do. So I ended up in Britain. But it was the best thing I'd ever done. It allowed me, strangely, to be more South Asian. Because when I lived in India, it was kind of who I was, and I didn't think about it too much. I think moving to the UK made me look at who I was, look at my identity as an Indian and a British Asian, and really mind the depths of that and the complexity of that. So that was my journey, and I kind of became more Indian in the UK than I ever was in India.
Amazing, and you're doing brilliant work. So as well as your own podcast, can you recommend other podcasts that people should be listening to, Sangeeta?
Yes, I have 3 for you today. I've got Esther Perel's Where Should We Begin?, where each episode is a therapy session with a couple. And what's fascinating is it's never what you think it is. I'll just leave it at that. There's...
Hang on, all of a sudden I'm thinking other people, like couples therapy, but fascinating.
Couples therapy, yeah, absolutely. The second one I recommend is Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, Feel Better, Live More. He's very vulnerable, I think. He's very authentic in the conversations that he has. And that's kind of what I subscribe to as well within my podcast. I'm very open. I talk about my own experiences quite a lot. So I really like what he does.
Yeah, I've read his books. He's great.
Yeah, he's fantastic, isn't he? He's such a lovely man. The third podcast that I would recommend is The Guilty Feminist. And I think Deborah Frances White has kind of changed the whole way we look at podcasts. She's made it a household name. And there's a personal reason why I love it. She does all these events at the Royal Albert Hall. And when I went there, I had this idea of the Royal Albert Hall being full of South Asian women listening to Masala podcast and talking about, I had this whole idea in my head, and I want to be that, and I want us to be that. I want to sit at Royal Albert Hall and talk about identity and partition and samosas and whatever,
Promise me when that happens, I will be at the Royal Albert Hall there. I will be there with you, right there. Have to be.
You will.
Have to be in that space.
Absolutely will, Anita. You absolutely have to.
So, Sangeeta, you have spoken to us about your brilliant podcast, Masala Podcast, and we can't let you go without picking a fabulous tune for us to listen to. Tell us what you've picked and why.
I have picked Nadia by Nitin Sawhney. I'm a huge fan of his work, absolutely huge fan of his work. And Nadia, for those who don't know the word, means river. And to me, the sort of the female voice that's singing the song, and the whole kind of feel of it is very much like my identity. It's very kind of like this flowing, seamless thing. And there's a longing in the voice as well. There's a longing for like an old self, I think. And I think of that as my kind of old Indian self merging into my British self and flowing like a river.
Beautiful.
Nadia.
Beautiful explanation of a beautiful song. Sangeeta Pillai, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you.
Thank you so much, Anita. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Good luck with the new series, and I look forward to hearing it. That's the Masala podcast. Sangeeta Pillai, if you would like to listen to the Masala podcast, it's available now wherever you normally find your podcasts, and I highly recommend it. This is the excellent Nitin Sawhney and Nadia.